Hello and welcome to the NickNgoc-E-Talkie Podcast. I'm here, Nicholas, with my co-host, Knock.
Hello. This is our very first podcast. We had this...
this idea about like 3 years ago. Back when we first met, we were like, we should do a podcast. By circumstance, here we are.
So yeah, this is the very first time, so it's a milestone.
Yes.
We've been expecting for 3 years now, and the baby has just now come out.
We have a Twitter. Before we even spoke about the podcast, it's at NickNgoc, NickNgoc.
Hey, they follow me back.
The only people that they follow on there is us. So,
wait, who runs that account anyways?
Me.
Can't be you.
I don't know. I haven't done anything on it. Post that we're doing our first one, so you guys know.
Stay tuned.
Fill the air, knock, while I type, because I can't do two things at once.
Now I must do ASMR.
Oh no.
I cough. I sneeze. I burp.
Oh, on command too.
It's a superpower. I mean, I'm taken, but it's a superpower. Wait, can you burp?
Simply put, doing the podcast. Lamau.
I wonder if I'm the only one who can burp on command.
Way for No, I'm sure there's other people that can. Not to undersell your accomplishment.
Can you?
I cannot, to my knowledge. Johnny, ha ha ha.
Yes, Papa?
No. I don't want to do that. That's not a good time. Well, today I have a copy of the Star Wars trilogy on VHS. I believe it's some sort of special edition. Let's see what it says. It was made in 2000. It has the original trilogy. Has a nice little sleeve on it. And they're like different colors. These two sides are white, because they're the good guys with Yoda and C-3PO. And this side is black, because it's Darth Vader. But this is so pristine. Like, it even has like these advertisements in them. Like,
whoa.
It has a sealed Jedi Knights trading card game. It has like a card in it, like a promotional card that's sealed, and then it has a little promotion. It's a value booklet. So like, and I got this like at my church. Like,
wait, where'd you get this?
I got it at a church garage sale, but my grandma kind of works there, like at the church, so I got it for free. So
you got the hookup.
Like, all the VHS tapes are like in pristine condition. The boxes look really nice, and I've almost never seen like a good looking box.
If only you could see this right now.
It's just all the ASMR of opening VHS tapes and putting them back in. I hear a lot, because I am linked right into the microphone.
He's one with a microphone.
Yes. So you can hear me. This is the card. It's sealed in plastic. But it's just like super nice. I've had this on my shelf for a while, because I like it a lot. I do have a VHS tape player though.
Oh.
For those wondering, like, I did not just get this because it's Star Wars and it's cool. I can actually play these at some point. I honestly have no idea where my VHS player is. but I have the opportunity to now. I think when I was first introduced to Star Wars, it was a VHS tape. I think I had 1, maybe 3, and 4. Those were my first introductions.
What happened to 2?
I don't think they had it. And the thing was, it was at the same church where my grandma worked, where they had a little library with different VHS, DVDs, and books, mostly like church books, and VeggieTales and things like that.
Classic.
But they had just a few Star Wars VHS tapes, and so I would pick those up every now and again and just rewatch episode 1, 3, and 4. So that was pretty much my first introduction to Star Wars, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I've seen like bits and clips of Star Wars. I don't think I've seen like.
Have you not seen a whole movie?
I think I saw Rogue One on Netflix, but other than that, like I've only seen like bits and clips.
What'd you think on that? How
Rogue
good do you
One,
think it was?
Didn't stand out to me, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of people don't think it's that great. I think it was fine for what it was. It's like based on a tiny little sentence from the first line, or one of the first paragraphs in the opening scroll of episode 4. That's our dogs barking. I could hear that.
I'm trying to.
Good dog.
I think I also saw The Force Awakens. I think that was also on Netflix at some point. I didn't think it stood out much either.
A lot of people think that episode copies episode 4, which is the first one, just because it's the first of a trilogy and they're trying to do the same thing. I don't think it was super bad, but I honestly can't remember much from it. I just remember things from like recaps or like main points in the trailer.
Maybe I just haven't seen the right Star Wars movies.
It's I don't know. I don't know too much about Star Wars. I haven't seen a lot of them in a really long time. I've seen all of them. I own, I think, 1 through 3 on DVD. I don't own 4 through 6, which are hailed to be the best. But I don't own them on DVD or digital or anything. I try to rely on older ways of keeping movies, like DVDs and Blu-rays sometimes. But I usually try to stick to DVDs, because those go in almost everything. But digital's becoming the way.
I mean, even then, like by digital, do you mean like DVDs, or like are you talking about like the streaming services?
Well, digital doesn't mean DVDs. Well, I guess you can get them digitally. Like Netflix has a service, so you can rent that from there. Right. But not like that. I try to like collect actual, like, if I like a movie, I'll have the DVD of it. Like, that's a fact. Unless like the best version of it doesn't have the DVD with it, then I'm starting to compromise on that. I used to not. Like, I kind of regret. I'm looking at it right now. Down there in that pile of movies that's in my room, I have Captain America Civil War, and it's just on DVD, but I really love that movie. But just all the special editions didn't have DVD at that point in time, so I was like, alright, we'll get the DVD. I know I also... Let me look.
Yeah, I just pirate my movies.
There was a point where they would always include DVDs in their special editions, and then they went to a point where they would never, and then they went back, I think around Thor Ragnarok, or maybe Spider-Man Homecoming or earlier. I'm talking about Disney right now. Disney / Marvel. But at Spider-Man Homecoming, they started including DVDs in their special editions again. So I picked that one up again. And then I got Thor Ragnarok. And then by Black Panther, they didn't come with DVDs. So I just kind of bit the bullet and bought it. And I've been collecting more and more digital movies now as a result of them kind of fading back the medium of DVDs. Any thoughts on?
Yeah, I think the future is like definitely with streaming, but if we're talking about like even further than that, like I think eventually it's going to be the point of time like you have some sort of chip implanted in your brain, and you can just close your eyes and like watch a movie.
Maybe even porn. A lot of people want to do away with theaters, which I think is really interesting. People have brought up like paying like maybe like something like $60 or even like $20 or $40, just like so you can get like a room of your friends, like have the big screen TV that everyone has nowadays, and just like stream the newest movies straight to there. But then you're paying pretty much for every individual person that's there, but you don't have the annoyance of a theater.
Yeah.
And then movies aren't maybe more or less losing money, like by just putting it straight on Netflix or Hulu or Amazon. Because while they still get money for like their clicks and getting watches, I'm sure it's not as much as movies and getting those $7.50 or how much movies are nowadays. I think they're like $10 each now.
You actually made me remember something. So when I went to Vietnam, like there was actually this theater. You could say it was like definitely like an immersive experience. Like of course it was like a clip of Journey to the Center of the Earth, and like they had like these rumble machines. They had like mist and whatnot.
Oh, like a 4D movie.
So a 4D experience, and I don't think we have that in Wichita, do we? I don't think we do.
I don't think so. I've been to one, I think maybe in Texas. I went to Legoland a while back. Learned that it wasn't quite for my age demographic, but they had a 4D movie there. I remember going through that.
So I really hope.
So as close as that, but not very close. Maybe, probably in Kansas City, there's a few somewhere.
So I really hope that they have something like that in Wichita, because I think like, if we're talking about like the future, I think like 4D is going to be like something that that develops over time.
Yeah, it's a bit gimmicky at this point.
Yeah.
But some people maybe get used to that at some point. Because it really brings you into a movie when it's like raining and you can feel a bit of mist. Maybe not like pouring on you.
Or it's like, summer farts and it's like, what's that smell?
A lot of kids' features do that, where some smelly thing will come on screen and it'll be like moldy cheese or something like that.
It's like someone actually farted.
Yeah, they try to do that stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's specifically my cup of tea. I think at some point, at the exploration place, there was maybe a 4D movie, but it may have just been like a more immersive one, because they have I think somewhere they have like a screen that like wraps around everywhere. Isn't that
is it like the solar system thingy?
I feel like it's something like that. It may have been like a movie like that, but I remember something at the exploration place, maybe being 4D or something.
Yeah, I think.
But they do have a lot of things like that.
Yeah, I think something else I forgot to mention: virtual reality and augmented reality. Of course, I think that like eventually there's going to be a point in time where like when when you're going to see a movie, you can actually interact with it directly. I think that's going to be something very interesting.
Yeah, I think maybe even like a step in that direction was, alright, we're both out of our chairs. But like a point in that direction is that there are like what's it called? POV movies? I don't know the correct term. Hopefully that's not derogatory. But point of view. Filming in the character's point of view. I know that a lot of most VR games and things like that are set in the point of view of the character that you are playing as. But movies like, I remember Hardcore Henry came out maybe a year ago.
What's that about?
Couldn't say. I haven't watched it. But I remember just being like, wow, it's like first person like in a game. It's like it's a step really into the VR direction, because it's like because you do see like action movies and maybe your like arm flinches when the main character like punches, because you're like, all right, I'm doing this, like this is me in the movie because I relate to them so much. But it might even come to a point where like they have those point of view movies and they show you that you're doing it and you get so invested that you start to do it. I'm sure it's kind of hard to nail something like that, because you do have to be invested so much with that character to want to do that. But there's, again, everyone has their tastes. I actually never said that. Don't know why I said again. But everyone has their tastes in music and movies, whatever medium it is. And some people also get sick when they see point of view things. So it may not. I think there will still be a physical medium, because it's always good to collect things. I think that's good for a studio, and it's good for people, because people think, I have a movie in my hands. Like, this is a thing. I threw my Star Wars over, but here's the Muppet movie on Blu-ray. Like, I am holding a physical disc. Like, right, this is a thing. Camera forward.
There you go.
Like, this is my movie. Like, I own it. It's here. And I really like it when movies actually have like a disc and digital copy. Like some movies are even doing like DVD and digital copy, because it's always good for a consumer to hold an object in their hands and be like, this is my movie, but also have the convenience of being like, I want to watch my movie, but it's downstairs, and then just pulling it up on your phone and putting it on the TV. Because it's that easy at this point. I've actually done that quite often, where I'll be like, alright, it's movie night, and I will bring up a few movies, and then I'm like, alright, let's look through what I have digitally and see if we want to watch any of those before I put something in.
I love dogs.
Yeah, we watched Isle of the Dogs the other day, and I brought up, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 movies, and I had received like 6 movies for presents because it was my birthday, and I pulled up my digital list and we watched Isle of Dogs because it was on my digital. I also have the physical version of it.
That was a very good movie, I'll say. That was a very good movie.
Yeah, I like that. I also like the fact that he said son of a bitch, and it's like he actually says it. Just little things like that, like cartoons that are like mostly clean all the way through, and then just exclaiming a curse word, like that just makes me laugh so much.
Yeah, I think there was it's stop motion, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's I really like, those sorts of animation, because, I mean, it's clear that, they definitely took like a lot of time doing that, and you just sort of appreciate the craft of them doing that.
Yeah. Let me see.
Wait. Did you do stop motion? No.
I have in the past actually, but I was looking for the company name on this one. This is Aardman and Leica. I really like those two companies. Aardman makes Wallace and Gromit. They made Chicken Run, and most recently Early Man, which I own Early Man on DVD, which is what I was getting up to go get.
Yeah, we should have sponsors, that'd be cool. Hey, check out Early Man. Yeah,
I don't think they sponsor us, but I just really like that rough animation style. And then I also mentioned Leica. They're the people that made Coraline.
Oh yes.
They made Box Trolls. I've never seen that, but it no, I know it's their
Trolls
style.
movies? The Troll movies?
No, Box Trolls. They also made Paranorman, which I quite like. It's a bit strange, but I'm kind of a fan of it. And they also most recently made Kubo and the Two Strings.
That was a good movie.
It's my favorite, man. It's one of my favorites. Just it's so beautifully made. It has such a expertly crafted story. It's just really good.
Also, I'm not sure if I'm saying this because I'm hungry right now, but in Kubo and the Two Strings, there's this scene in particular that I find to be one of my most favorite scenes ever. I think it's when the monkey is cutting the fish up and turns it into sashimi. I was like, oh god, that looks good.
I like stop motion making food. Like in Isle of Dogs, they have that sushi making scene, and it's amazing how they get it to look so organic but so cartoony at the same time. Because it looks like, they are making that food. I've never seen that food being made, but they're making it. I know because I can see all the motions that they're making, and it's not off-put because it doesn't look like super lifelike. It looks cartoony enough to be in the film, but lifelike enough to be like, they're making sushi. That's fine. Like, I get it.
Yeah, have you ever seen there's this video. I mean, it's not by like a major company. I think it's like more of a pet project. But anyways, it's The Simpsons. Like, they're just watching a movie, and all of a sudden, like, this murderer comes in and like kills everyone. Basically, have you seen that?
What's that? Too Many Cooks? Is that what you're talking about?
I forgot the title of it, but
it's like a sitcom where they keep like doing the intro, and then they're like introducing everybody, and slowly a murderer comes in and starts killing the people that are being introduced. Is that it? Or was it animation?
It was animation.
That wasn't animation.
It was stop motion.
Oh, okay. Too Many Cooks is awesome. It's like a 10-minute video. It's incredible. It went viral for a little bit, but I obviously missed that train. It's basically a sitcom intro, but it keeps introducing people and introducing people and introducing people, and slowly a murderer comes in and starts killing the people that are being introduced. And
I'm gonna add that to my watch later.
Yeah. We share videos with each other every now and again.
No, yeah. That was the most recent one. Let's see.
What was it? Oh yes, Daddy. Caillou. Favorite quotes.
Oh yes, Daddy. Oh yes, Daddy.
Okay, stop.
Oh yes.
Yes, that one.
Oh yes, Daddy.
Stop. I don't know where I'm putting this, so I don't want it to get taken down by the people that made Caillou or the people that made that.
I think this
concludes our podcast.
Our very first podcast.
I guess the theme was movies. We talked a lot about movies, animation.
Like, subscribe, follow us.
Yeah, we do have a YouTube channel, I think.
Check
I might
it.
be putting it there. I just haven't decided.
Check
So, yeah.
check out our SoundCloud.
Check out our clout on Twitter.
Cloud.
Yeah, that's all for now.
Yep.
Remember, NickNgoc on Twitter, NickNgoc, and if you need to follow us, that same account is following us on there as well, so we don't need to repeat our entire Twitter. So yeah. Thanks for watching or listening.